If you want a training contract at the very top firms, stop guessing. Do exactly what recruiters want and start thinking like graduate recruitment partners. Here are the 7 signals partners look for and how to show each one in interview and at assessment center stage. Just a note, I'm not affiliated with any law firm mentioned or any person in this video. I'm Hassan Akram, the founder of City Careers Coach and a former front office recruiter for investment banks, venture capital firms, private equity firms, and corporate law firms. I have clients at elite US law firms like Ropes & Gray, White & Case, and Sidley Austin. On my side, I have directly seen what is needed to be successful, and tangibly, I have clients in these top firms. I've also spoken to MBA clubs at Harvard, Yale, and MIT, and write for the world's biggest newspaper on elite careers entry. Stay with me, and you leave with a partner level checklist that you can use this week, plus 2 concrete actions to boost your next application cycle and your overall training contract strategy. So now we'll talk about the core content needed. For each signal, I'm going to give you 1, what it is, and 2, an evidence-based partner lens, and 3, exactly how to demonstrate it. So firstly, commercial thinking. Commercial thinking is needed as it links the law to outcomes. So what is it? You connect legal analysis to client impact, risk, and value. You don't just look at black letter law. Clients simply don't want that. So if we look at this from a partner lens, Freshfields tells candidates explicitly it values a clear interest in business alongside determination, attention to detail, and of course, teamwork. That is straight from the early careers team. Now, if we look at Linklaters, the senior partner, Aidan Malcolmiski, he publicly frames it all as a firm's strategy. The firm's strategy is around top talent that is delivering outstanding results for world-class clients. And of course, he was re-elected in 2025 after a record year with record financial results and US growth. The commercial edge that lawyers have generally drives success. So how do we show this in answers? How do we do it? First of all, we quantify client consequences. So as an advisor, you may say, if you recommend X, the client may perhaps reduce their execution risk in, say, the refinancing next year. If Y, they may, for instance, preserve optionality for, say, a spin-off later on. The key thing is linking the law to the commercial outcomes. That is what they want to see. Remember, a lawyer is a business and strategic advisor alongside a legal one. 2, partners value structured communication and clear communication. Written, of course, documents be clear, concise, and focused. So what is it? Speak and write in a way that partners can frankly work and go forward in a few minutes. That is what a top partner looks for. So Slaughter & May builds this into their recruitment processes. With Slaughter & May, there's a written exercise and, of course, a partner interview. Your structure and clarity are explicitly tested. Linklaters, on the other hand, their assessment days literally include a written case study and a Watson Glaser retake, which, as we know, is a critical reasoning test which looks at your ability to understand language at a high level. So how can we show this? What can we do? Use a PEAL framework. The PEAL framework is point, evidence, analysis, then link. Point, evidence, analysis, then link. So first of all, give the headlines first, the first 2 or 3 bullet points. Then secondly, give your recommended steps. Partners value clarity, they value focus. This is what enables them to excel. Thirdly, they're looking for ownership and reliability under time pressure. So what is this? It's the ability to meet deadlines escalate if there are problems early, and deliver partner-ready work, frankly, without hand-holding. And this can be doing the simple things really well. So very simply, this is what they assess at top law firms. White and Case, they recruit 80% of their trainees via VAC schemes. That is typically what makes a difference. High quality work, and that is something that impresses partners. Something that Vicky Lansbert, a White and Case partner, really values. Again, no affiliation with any individual or firm in this video. Training is what law firms look to provide to make exceptional advisors. White and Case, for instance, wants trainees that make a difference. That signals clearly the value they place on dependable juniors who can step up. They want people who can do the simple things really well. Now, how can we show this? In a group exercise or in a scheme, really clearly articulate everything. If it's a group exercise, we could perhaps mention, I will actually be the timekeeper, or I will write the notes, or I will look to push the conversation forward. This is what they're looking to do, have ownership. That drives the agenda forward, and that generally is a hallmark of an exceptional training. And of course, legal professional overall. Fourthly, they're looking for integrity and professional judgment. So what is this? It's doing the right thing, even when it's ambiguous. Now, what does this mean? This could be escalating conflicts, protecting client confidentiality, and simply avoiding sharp practice. Remember, we are frankly judged by the SRA, the Solicitors Regulation Authority, and it values honesty, integrity, and standards. This is just a lot more broad than simple mere dishonesty. Partners are, of course, lawyers. They're looking to assess if you as a trainee are someone they can trust to the end of the earth with sensitive client information. Clifford Chance has clear messaging again that clearly states they want individuals who can act with integrity. That is part of their conduct and leadership communications. Now, this is absolutely key. We need to be dependable, reliable, and show integrity. Now, how can we show this tangibly? In, for instance, a grey scenario, we should literally look at the principle first. Look at the principle, take the emotions out, look at the principle, and follow the regulation or the law. That is simply the most important thing. There's confidential information being heard. We need to take the right step appropriately. Remember, we need to work within the framework of the SRA. Fifthly, partners are looking for teamwork and people skills. This simply makes you easier to staff and work, frankly, with associates from across the world or counsel from the other side. What is it? Partners simply look at trainees who can make your life easier. When you're collaborating across different time zones with global law firms like White & Case or Fresh Fuels, can we work well? Can we manage stakeholders? And can we keep our energy? Fresh Fuels simply lists this as a key thing, the willingness to work as a team. That is named as a key selection skill. Again, no affiliation with any firm. Sidley, on the other hand, positions London as a key cross-border hub with clear, complex, multi-office matters being frankly resolved here. The London managing partner is, of course, Thomas Teesing. The setup that he has created, it creates an organization where there's low ego and collaboration. Now, how do we show this tangibly? In competency answers, genuinely the simplest examples are fine as long as they show real impact and behavior. So to give an example, a five-a-side football captain resolving a conflict, or for instance, co-leading a six-person charity drive with clear role definition. This is exactly what we need to show, and we need to be able to demonstrate this because this is exactly what will translate in a real-life deal scenario. So we really need to focus on this. Integrity is key and a key part of being a lawyer. Sixth, what they really look for also is attention to detail and quality control. Being meticulous is a key trait. Now, what is this? It's simply identifying if there's a wrong comma. It could be seeing a typo. It could be seeing errors in formatting. This is what a partner wants to see. Partners at tier one firms like Claude May, Skadden, Ropes and Gray, this is what they look for in the written exercises. These are designed to assess your precision and your meticulousness and rigor in real time. Virtually all written exercises are time bound. This is absolutely key. A strong trainee has really good attention to detail. So if you really focus on this, I think we can be in a good position, as this is a trait which will make you stand out and make you be seen as a safe pair of hands. So I really think we should be able to focus on this as a trainee or an incoming trainee or an incoming back scheme, or even if you're watching this as an incoming associate. What we really need to be able to do is handle the simple things very well with no typos. If we're sending an email, please make sure there are no typos, it's formatted correctly with plenty of white space. And seventhly, what partners also are looking for is analytical rigor under pressure. So what does this mean? For instance, at an assessment center, can you uncover a case study fast? Can you look at the difference between statute, law, and the commercial reality? Can we look at things? Can we make a reasoned judgment? Can we look at the pros and cons of things? Now, how is this assessed? Linklater, for instance, has the Watson-Glaser test. That is a way for them to judge that analytical reasoning and that deep textual analysis. That is absolutely key. We have very sophisticated clients who want the best individuals, who have the best analytical reasoning possible. This is what makes a standout business, legal, and strategic advisor. Clients like JP Morgan, Diageo, and Goldman Sachs expect that analytical rigor, because if we have that, we can frankly advise better and look at the commercial points and the legal points and give an overall strong view. Again, analysis, having a clear position, explaining to the client the simple things, that's what matters. Clients want individuals who simply can simplify complexity. And how is it often done? By breaking it down, saying there's 1, 2, 3 points. This is important, this is urgent, and this is however you may see fit. Now, 2 tangible things you can do upon watching this video. First of all, build a partner level evidence bank this weekend. Now, what does this mean? Literally create a 1-pager with 7 headings. Of course, we've mentioned these today. And under each 2, list 2 stories, 1 legal and 1 non-legal, exhibiting the behaviors that we've shown. For instance, integrity, how have we shown it? Break it down and list 1 legal and 1 non-legal thing, so we can clearly show our examples, which can ultimately then be used in a competency exercise. That's one thing. And I think 2, we should look to convert one of our answers into a 1-minute board brief. So pick the hardest interview question that you may get. It could be name your biggest weakness. It could be name a time you worked in a challenging team. Then record a 60-second answer using the ACE framework. Answer, conditions, and evidence, and peel in the detailed point, evidence, analysis link. Your target is clarity under a minute. This is exactly what partners want to see: clear, concise communication. Please have a look at those things. I think they could be helpful for you. Going forward, if this was useful for you, you'll get so much more content and information inside our free community. The link will be in the text of this video. There is much more content on getting training contracts, entering Magic Circle law firms, and specifically the strategy needed to get into top careers, which isn't on my side covered on YouTube. Of course, thank you very much for watching. Let's see and how we can help accelerate your offers.